my lovely friends, it's Margaret, and this is a reading vlog. New angle because the sun was coming in that window, and so I was like, you know what, we're gonna shake things up. We like doing new things on this channel. Actually, no, we don't. We just do the same thing over and over again. It's fine. So this is the last official week of Blackathon and Valentine's, and I have 6 days to finish. Hold on. Come on, work with me here. All of these books. So, let's talk about what needs to happen. I am on chapter 7, I think, of Slay. This is going to be my audiobook for the next couple of days. I imagine I will have it done probably by tomorrow. Don't know what I'm going to do for an audiobook after that, but I've got plenty to choose from, I'm sure. I need to finish this. My buddy has finished her buddy read of this, and since she has finished it and I don't have to worry about pacing myself to her pace, I'm just going to read all of it as fast as I can. Hold on. As usual, beginning and ending in workout gear. However, I have not gone jogging just yet, so my skin is not quite as bad as it could be. I've started Royal Holiday. I think I'm like 50 some odd pages in. She just went to see the stable. This sounds like it's going to be cute. It's very interesting because it's a 55-year-old woman, or almost 55-year-old woman, but it still seems very juvenile, like the way I would think of things, and less like how I would imagine someone who was 20 years older than me would think of things. We're not gonna do the math for that. Like, we're 20-something years older than me. But I am assuming that I'm going to enjoy it because I've loved Jasmine Guillory stuff. Also, it's a 14-day book, so I would like to be able to include it in this month's monthly wrap-up so that I can have my physical copy of it. Because I haven't. I'm waiting for it to come out in paperback so it will match my other books. And then we also need to read Let's Go Swimming on Doomsday by Alesi. This is one of my Blackathon prompts. It's the one that's it's a guy. I don't remember his name, I'm sorry, but it's the prompt that's someone who is outside of the U.S., not a United States black person. I'm assuming it's not the United States or the UK because they were talking about it being African or Afro-Caribbean. Anyways, so, and then the other one, the final one that I need to finish is Empire of Sand by Tasha Suri. I imagine this is going to be something that I'm going to enjoy and want to fly through. So I think we're going to work on these two first. Then we're going to go to this one, and then we'll go to Empire of Sand if I have time. I also need to read The Other People by TJ Tudor if I can, because it's supposed to go back this week, and I don't think I will get it in time for Books and Lala's Literally Dead book club in order to do the live show and stuff. And I would like to do that because I'm trying to read more thrillers, and I'm trying to read more thrillers, and I'm trying to be more involved in the community than I was last year and try to participate in more book clubs and things like that, which is part of why I'm doing the Manga Monday book club and why I've joined Kayla's Literally Dead book club, because up till now, I've only had mine. So, anyways, I need to go jogging so that I can eat. We have books to talk about because I'm almost done Slay. I listened to probably about an hour of it earlier today, and so I've only got an hour left, and then we're done with this. And there's a character in here that is the worst kind of white person. Like character that is so obtusely racist that it makes you ashamed if you are white and aware. You're gonna be like, I have nothing in common with that person, and yet I do have things in common with that person. I could have been that person. I'm gonna straight up acknowledge that. I could have been that person that's complaining about racism and then committing very racist acts and saying racist things. And let me be clear, he is complaining about racism against white people, which does not, there is no system of racism against white people. We have not been systemically oppressed. Anyways, someone's gonna unfollow me for that. Do I care? No. If you have a problem with that, go ahead, I don't need you. Anyways, every time I say something like that, I end up with an unfollow, whether it's about racism or feminism, all of that stuff. Anytime I say something like that. So, just saying. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I'm so stressed right now for Kira. And I'm hoping good things happen. I want a real life confrontation or conversation between her and this person. because I want this person to have to look in the eyes of the person that he has hurt. And I want him to realize his sins. I also want her to go off on Malcolm so badly. I want her to put him in his place. And his place is not as her boss. It is not as anyone who should be controlling her. I have, like, I was talking with my buddy Reed about this. Like, I have an issue with mostly the way he reacts and phrases things. And the fact that, why is she dating someone who is anti-feminist? I'm sorry, ladies, you should not be dating anyone who is anti-feminist. If they say they're anti-feminist, you need to be like, goodbye. But, like, he is so controlling, and that really bothers me. Like, I'm just like, Kiera, you need to tell him, like, that I understand you gotta do things to make relationships work, but this is like, he is telling her what to do. And it's one thing to be like, hey, I'm concerned that you might be involved in this mess that's happening with this game. I'm concerned about what would happen to you. And that's not how he's coming across. He's coming across as like, this game is trash. You should not be a part of it. You better not be a part of it, or there are going to be consequences. And I'm just like, that is straight up like that's a red flag, honey. I really honestly don't care about it. We've barely seen any of him, and what we have seen of him has not been good. That's fine. I do like the fact that we're getting different perspectives. Like, we've been getting multiple different perspectives of people who play this game, including the other developer that is working with Kiera. So, I will be finished that tomorrow. I don't remember my page number. 88 pages into this book. It hasn't gotten to the point where it has grabbed me yet. And I feel like the first 3 got me pretty fast. This one is being a little bit more like, I'm feeling a little bit more on the edge, a little bit more unconvinced about it. Just kind of like, well, like it's cute, but like, will I be into it kind of thing? Does that make sense? Like, it's cute, but I'm like also sitting there going like, there's there for 6 days. How are you supposed to give me a believable romance in 6 days? Like, if this was fantasy, I would believe they could fall in love in 6 days. It is not fantasy, it is contemporary. And that really just, I don't feel like that actually happens. You can fall in lust. You can fall in like. I don't think you can really truly fall in love, though, because how much can you know someone in 6 days? We'll see. We'll see if she can convince me. I say that having also read The Sun Is Also a Star and absolutely loved that and been like, oh yeah, definitely those two fell in love in 24 hours. I'm such a hypocrite. It's cute. It's corny. I'm enjoying it. I'm not mad about it. I think it's cute that we have a romance that involves a woman in her 50s. I know that's kind of an underserved portion of the romance community, is like women past like 50 or 60. They don't give you very many of those. Usually it's like women in their 20s and 30s, maybe their 40s if you're lucky. So I think it's cute, and I'm going to read some more of it tonight. Hopefully tonight I will be able to actually like stay awake, because I've just developed this bad habit where I can't read at night. I just start falling asleep. And then I turn my light off and cannot sleep. Tell me how that works, guys. I can't keep my eyes open when the light is on. But as soon as I turn it off, I'm like, it's time to go to bed. Wide awake. Well, it is Wednesday and I have no lighting. Hold on. There we go. Now you can see my face. So it's Wednesday. I have officially finished Slay, and y'all, that twist at the end, though, I did not see that coming. Oh my gosh. Like, I mean, it makes perfect sense with everything that you were getting from the character that it ends up the character. But, like, it does make perfect sense, because I was having, I wanted to be on board that train of, like, oh, this is obviously what's going on. But it didn't quite mesh with the level of stupid that was going on with that. And then I can't really tell you anything, because then it ruins so much. But it's not very often that a book takes me by, like, actual surprise. And that took me by surprise. I didn't even realize what was happening until, like, 30 seconds before that happened. And dude is a sociopath. Holy crap. if we were talking about an IRL person, I would not have given up hope for them. But like, this is a fictional character, and I have never wanted to sit down a fictional character. I feel like I've said that before in this vlog, or in a vlog, but I've never wanted to sit a fictional character down and explain life to them so much, and how men should treat women so much, because that... Anyways. Like, I should have seen that level of stupid coming from this kid, considering what I've seen on the internet, but at the same time... I can't get more detailed than that, but but it was good. It was really good. I ended up giving it 4 stars, and I enjoyed it. I really did. Is it going to be a favorite of all time? No, but this was a very good book, and I can understand why so many people are loving it. I can understand why it resonates so much with the people who this book was written for. Like, it was an education, just seeing so many different points of view. I loved it. I loved it. That's all I can tell you is I loved it. It was very good. So, our next book. So, I found, I'm out of audiobooks on Audible, and I've used all of my brother's Audible credits that he has, because he has like 0 now. He had 1. I used that on King of Crows, but I found this app called audiobooks.com. Can you see it? Don't look at my face. And so my next read is going to be, or my next audiobook is going to be Let's Go Swimming on Doomsday. It's a 13-hour audiobook, so I think I can probably knock it out in the next couple of days. And this also has Empire of Sand. If I can finish this in the next couple of days, like Thursday and Friday, which means I'll have to listen to a lot of it. Ooh, I might. If I can finish this, I'll have 3 days to finish this. If I can finish Royal Holiday by like tomorrow, I have 2 days to finish Empire of Sand, and then I'll have completed my official TBR for both of these readathons. Okay, so the real reason that I turned the computer on, or the computer was already on. The real reason I turned the camera on is because I got washi tape. So I'm going with a new theme, because I've been doing a lot of floral stuff, and I like floral stuff, but I'm getting a little tired of it. So I just want to show you guys. Look at all these. I've got these lovely washi tapes right here. I'm going with more of a celestial, like the Happy Planner sticker pack that I bought is called Stargazer. I found out later I bought the wrong sticker pack. It's the multi-pack, which doesn't have quite as many. I was looking at the mini, which has more stickers, or more pieces because they're smaller, but it's more stuff that I can use. So anyways, I got that one, which was the black and, I think it's like black and white and gold and silver, because I wanted one that was like this. And then, because I wasn't sure like what would go best with my sticker pack that I just bought, I'm gonna buy the other sticker pack as well, because I like the colors. It's purple and like blue, like stuff that I like. And then I can't take the thing off of this without undoing the, I have scissors. Anyways, so I bought that one that was like kind of very monochrome, very like, you know, simple. Not a lot going on for when I want like quieter spreads, because the stickers that I'm getting are pretty loud. They're pretty colorful. But sometimes a girl wants washi tape that matches her very colorful star stickers. So I also got this one, which is like planets and purple and blue, and like that's very much, those are my favorite colors. I love it, my aesthetic. So I mean, I don't know that it's necessarily my aesthetic, but those are my favorite colors, like purple, blue, green, all of the cool tones. I love them. I think they are amazing. I don't hate the warm tones, and I look very good in them. They're just not as much my favorite. But then I also got this other kind of, like they came together, but I got this other kind of bluey, purpley type thing going on. Now everyone knows why I love the UK cover of Strange Dreamer so much. It's because I love purple and blue. We are going to have to do a slight change of plans this week, because normally, today is Wednesday, so normally Margaret would go jogging today. However, it's currently raining because Florida. So I'm going to go jogging tomorrow, and that's fine, because then I still have, like, that's part of why I do Monday, Wednesday, Saturday now, is number one, it coincides better with when I wash my hair, so I don't have to get up early if I want to wash my hair and go jogging and not have grossness in my hair. But anyways, but also because, like, then I have, like, if I can't go jogging on Wednesday, I can go on Thursday. So we're going to instead do some yoga, because technically tomorrow is a yoga day. And all of that. So I make this sound like I have this grand plan that I'm super trying to, like, be super fit and everything, and I just work better when I am making sure that I'm active and doing these things. A lot less achy when I am doing yoga regularly. I have a lot less problems with, like, literally my asthma gets better when I am actually making my lungs do the work. So, like, I'm not out here really trying to lose weight. Although I wouldn't mind toning up. But, like, I'm not out here trying to do that. I'm just out here trying to stay healthy and not die because I spend most of my day sitting at a desk. So, new plan. I didn't do research. And so I just flipped to the back of this and saw the author of this book, which normally, considering her credentials, would not be an issue for me. However, considering that this is a prompt for Blackathon, in which we are supposed to be reading books about in which we are supposed to be reading books about Black protagonists by Black authors, we're going to put that one aside for now. I am replacing it with a book called, hold on, which is great because I already have this because I was going to read it for something else, but I have Stay With Me by Ayobami Adebayo. And it is about a Black woman in Nigeria trying to save her marriage. So we're going to replace that. That is going to be my audiobook for the rest of this. Now we're recording. Fantastic. Yes, hi, hello, it is Friday. I didn't vlog yesterday because by the time I thought about it, I was in bed and I wasn't getting out of bed. Sorry, not even for you guys. Anyways, so it is Friday. I already said that. What I'm trying to say is, I finished Stay With Me today. It was a pretty short audiobook, and whew, this was a hard-hitting one. This one, okay, so first off, it is very, very good, and I really think you should read it. It is so layered and complex, and it has a lot of themes that it explores. It explores kind of the unrealistic, well, not the unrealistic, but the expectations, the outdated stuff that's put on women, and how that harms everyone in the relationship. It talks about expectations that are put on men and how that harms them, how bottling them up and making them feel like they're lesser for certain things going on in their life makes them less of a man, and they can't talk about it. It was a very complex, like, family situation going on there. I would have been good with, like, another 100 pages of this book because I would have liked to see how they solved things and how things ended up for them, but it really did end in a good place. It is heavy. It is hard-hitting. I do not suggest reading it if you have a problem with small children dying. Because there is some, just because of the time and the place, there's just trigger warnings for fertility issues, trigger warnings for child death. Just know that's in there. And if you have small children, maybe avoid this book until they're older. Anyways, but it was so very good, and it had so very much to say about people and relationships and the dynamic between genders. And it was interesting to see how, like, you had this normal family plot, but in the background you kind of had this theme of political upheaval that was going on. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 5 stars. There were a few things that I was just like, the story would not be the same without them, but personally I just don't like them. They don't make for a good romance for me, I guess is what was going on there. So that's the only thing. I hung out with a friend today and we watched Jojo Rabbit, and oh my gosh, I think I'm officially a fan of Taika Waititi's work, because like, Thor Ragnarok had its issues, but I liked Thor Ragnarok and how he did that, and I really liked Jojo Rabbit. That was a brilliantly done movie. I think the way that he handled everything that he handled was really well done. Finish your sentences, Mark. I need to look at some of the other stuff that he has been a part of the production of. and see that, because I want to see more of what he's done. I love the way that he will take stuff and not outright critique it, but still frame it in a way that it's like, you're shaking. Still frame it. Stop shaking. Like, he's really good at framing things in a way that it's like, yeah, hi, this is ridiculous. Like, the words coming out of these people's mouths, the actions that are being taken are ridiculous. And I think he did a really good job of highlighting that in some of, not just Germany's mindset, but just in the way that we radicalize people, and the way that cultures will completely blot out the truth. It's a lot. It's good, though. So if you have not watched it and you can watch it, I would suggest watching it. So I am home. I'm not going to get any work done. It's like 11 o'clock, so I'm going to change into my pajamas, and I'm going to read the rest of Royal Holiday, hopefully. And then I think that might be it for my reading for February, because I really want to be able to do my wrap-up. It is Saturday, and the readathon is almost over, so I have one more book that I need to finish before to finish my TBR. Well, technically I have two, but I'm not getting to Empire of Sand tonight. So I'm gonna just, like, we're gonna see what else I have, because I'm pretty sure I have another debut somewhere on my list. I think Stay With Me might actually double for a debut, but I need to finish Royal Wedding. I put coconut oil in my hair. We're gonna let it sit here, and I'm going to finish this book while that's going on. I also started The Other People by C.J. Tudor. I guess it helps if I show you the front and not the back. I really like this cover. Like, it's really, considering what the novel's about, it's very interesting. I am this far in to this novel. And yeah, so plan for today. I need to film. I don't entirely remember what I need to film, but I know my wrap-up is one of the things that I need to at least get a work on. I need to start working on. And then I don't think I need to edit today, because I have a video that's supposed to go up tomorrow. My TBR is supposed to go up tomorrow. But first, before I do that, I need to clean out my car, because all of the books for that TBR, most of them at least, are in my car right now, because I got them from the library. So we're going to clean out the car today. First we're going to finish this, because I've only got this much left. This much left. I'm assuming we're going to have, like, somewhere around here, we're going to have some sort of argument, blow up. She's going to go back to the United States, and he's going to follow her, and it's going to be romantic. Anyways, I'm liking it. I'm not loving it the way I've loved the other ones. I don't feel quite as connected, and part of that, I feel like, is the writing style is slightly different in this book. It feels less connected to the characters. It's a very odd thing. It's hard to describe, but, like, it feels a lot more telling than showing. I felt that way with King of Crows too. It's a very odd feeling. More like yeah, anyways, I'm like, yes, but how does that make them feel? Like, I'm glad they're kissing, but like, feelings? Anyways, so I probably won't finish this today, because I don't want to have to shove this into my, if I can finish this, then I can make my wrap up today. If I can't finish this, then I have to wait till tomorrow, and I don't know that I have time tomorrow, because I've got church, and then I've got a live show, and then I've got to make food, and, like, I only have so many hours of daylight at the moment. So there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna read a book now. Once again. This is a really weird, hold on, let me zoom this in a little more. That's better. Okay. Yeah, Jasmine Guillory has done it, stop moving, has done it once again, and I love this book. It still wasn't, this is more on the, like, I loved it like the wedding date, not so much I loved it like the proposal. However, it was still really cute and wonderful and good. I think I gave it 4 stars. I say as I'm clutching the book to my chest, trying to absorb all of the feelings. Anyways, so I think I gave it 4 stars, and I liked it. I can't wait for the next one. She's got like a whole series, like more and more books planned, and I am so ready for them. But it was so good. It was so sweet and fun and cute. And that last, like, I don't know, maybe 50 or so pages was just adorable. Like, them doing the stuff that they were doing, and then watching one of the characters get owned by a 19-year-old throwing the stuff that he'd been... This is great. It was great. He's like, we've been talking about this all this time, so why don't you do it for you? The conflict at the end was a little bit different than I thought it was going to be, and I actually really appreciated that. I liked how they did that, or how she did that. And, yes, I'm so happy with this. It was a good book. Anyways, now that that's done, I'm gonna go clean my car so I can move out of my father's parking spot back around to the front of the house. Yeah. It's very nice not being like, being in a rush to go, like, do writing things, because, like, I can kind of take more time with my day. I should do more Saturdays like this. I would also like to do more Saturdays where I don't have to film, but we're working on that. Hello, it is Monday. I should have wrapped this up yesterday, but I couldn't be bothered. I was just like, really, honestly, I got caught up bullet journaling, and then I was transferring stuff, and there's a whole lot of reasons why we're doing this 2 days late. It's fine. I don't care, honestly, because you won't be seeing this before the end of February anyways. It's going to be like March 17th probably by the time it goes up. That's St. Patrick's Day. Why would I pick that? Anyways, so first book that we finished this week was Slay by Brittany Morris. I really enjoyed this. It's funny because I'm conflicted because, like, if it had a good romance, this would have been a 5-star book. However, I understand why there wasn't a romance in this book because of the way that things happened. I can't really, like, I don't want to spoil it, but, like, I understand why the romance was the way it was, and it wasn't something that I could necessarily get onto, but there was a point there. There was a point. I really liked the way it explored different Black identities. Like it really makes the point that one person's way of being Black, and this is entirely talking from the experience of other people, but it really does make a point that one person's experience of an identity is not necessarily someone else's experience, that we all not we all, but, like, if you have an identity, just because you share an identity doesn't mean that you will all have equal experiences there. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. I've been at work all day. My words not working so great. I ended up giving this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I think you should look into it and read it, especially if you like gaming things, and especially if, like, you were that generation that, like, grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon. This reminded me so much. I mean, there probably are better shows to compare to this than Digimon, but, like, this reminded me so much of, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Meets Digimon, and I enjoyed it. The next one that I finished was Stay With Me by Ayobami Adebayo. Did I say that right? I did. I keep mixing the consonants up. Like, that is entirely a me thing, though, because I can't even say my own name right most days. This was really hard-hitting. It was, like, this is one of those that it's definitely a non-linear storyline. It's definitely not quite, like, there's a lot of thinking that you have to do while you're reading this and piecing things together, but the result is so worth it. Oh my gosh. This also got 4 stars. It was phenomenal. And that ending, if you've read it, that ending was, yeah. I figured out what was going to happen like 30 seconds before it happened, and I just was like, wow, if I cried over books, I would be crying right now. But I don't, because I'm actually a robot. And then the final book that I finished was Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory. I also gave this 4 stars. You would have just seen my thoughts on this. I really enjoyed it. I think this is another solid addition to her books. I have enjoyed every single one of them so far. I think she does a really good job of writing romance. I think she does a really good job of writing conflict and actual, like, normal relationship struggles and not ridiculous, stupid, overblown stuff. Like, I mean, the conflict and climax in this was so understated, I want to say. Like, it happened in, like, neither of them really blew up. Neither of them did this huge, dumb, dramatic reaction. It just kind of, they reacted in their separate ways, and then amends had to be made, and they were made, and like they were so very adult about the entire thing. Like even when they have kind of minor fights in here, it's so funny reading this. Like the fights they have in here with a younger couple would have involved a lot more yelling than these do. And so the fights that they have in here, even when they have a fight, like they're able to come at it later and be like, okay, so here, let's talk about this, and like talk about it like mature adults. I loved it. It was so much fun. Pretty solid reading week, if you ask me. I would love to know what you read for Valentine's and Blackathon. I'm so happy that you like sat and watched these vlogs. For those of you that have been watching my vlogs, thank you so much. You are the best. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!